How to suppress repetition of warnings that an application was downloaded from the internet on Mac OS X. On Mac OS X, when I run Firefox, and Thunderbird, and, which I downloaded from Mozilla, the OS pops up a warning that the file was downloaded over the internet, giving the date on which it was downloaded. I have no problem with that warning on the first time I use a downloaded application, but the repeated warnings are a nuisance. Is there a way to suppress that dialog box? Is there a way to avoid it appearing in the first place? Some applications I download from the corporate internet, those don't produce the equivalent warning. Any idea what the criteria are for when the warning is generated?
To remove the quarantine alert, you can run the following command in terminal. You may need to run this as an administrator depending on the permissions on the resulting application, as you say you don't run as administrator. If the application has permissions set that you can't remove the metadata with your user account, it explains why it comes up every time. You can either run it as an administrator on your computer or run the command above as an administrator. Use suadmin_name if necessary.
To stop this from happening in the future, go to terminal and type this, hitting return afterwards. Source, Macworld. Or, simpler yet, download secrets and search for quarantine.
This URL. A Vista-esque feature of OS X 10.5 is that it tags web downloads, not just those from Safari, as such, and then warns you about running downloaded apps. Archived, for example zipped, files inherit the tags from their tagged container. Link is to discussion of issue and a few scripts and C++ strings you can run to change the behavior permanently. Not sure if these are going to work with 10.6.
Building off of something in the answer from Chilean above, I found a simpler solution that worked for me, that didn't require that I disable all warnings. This from Chilean. If the application has permissions set that you can't remove the metadata with your user account, it explains why it comes up every time. You can either run it as an administrator on your computer or run the command above as an administrator. Use suadmin_name if necessary. So instead of running the command from Chilean, just changed the ownership of the application that was causing problems using chown. Chown username /applications/application name.app. This issue seemed to be caused by an application that was installed by an administrator when imaging my computer. After I changed ownership, the warning didn't reappear.
If there's a file named com.apple.downloadassessment.list in your user's library/preferences folder, it will override the global defaults for which files Safari considers safe. You can also use this technique to make currently safe files treated as unsafe. In fact, there are 4 different top-level risk categories. All's risk category safe, auto-opened after download, if Safari has this option enabled. All's risk category neutral, a neutral file won't be auto-opened, but there won't be a warning about its contents, either. All's risk category unsafe executable, all executable files fall into this category, and you'll see a warning when you attempt to download one in Safari, Mail, etc. All's risk category may contain unsafe executable, this covers container formats such as disk images and archives. If Safari/Mail can see the contents of the container, and determine they're all safe, then no warning will be generated. For full information, I refer you to this page.
Shit.